Welcome to my podcast called I Pee in Pools for 5 minutes, where I talk to people who have peed in pools in some way, figuratively or literally.
Who hasn't peed in a pool though? Let's be fucking for real.
Well, then, if people haven't peed in pools, then I would have to have everyone on my podcast. So I hope not.
Oh.
Yeah. Our first guest is.
What? Eli, I've been introduced so many times now. Are you gonna cut out the part where I get introduced multiple times?
No. This is Eli.
Yeah. It's been me, Eli Lujan, the drummer for Octopus Under the Refrigerator. Go stream it everywhere.
How did you guys come up with that name?
Pearson, the lead singer, he played Lego Rock Band when he was a kid, and the auto-generated name was Octopus Under the Refrigerator.
That is a beautiful story.
Isn't that a good story, though?
That's a really story.
Isn't that a good story?
Who else is in your band again?
My friend Cooper, who lives in Ohio, goes to school in Baldwin Wallace for musical theater, is our bassist. Then my friend Justin, who just lives in Texas and does musical theater stuff in Texas right now. Oh, yeah, then there's Harry, the trumpetist, who's 16, and he's in high school. He's Harry.
He's Harry?
Yeah, he's just Harry. Like, if you met Harry, there's nobody else like Harry, so he's Harry. He's autistic, if it didn't make it clear.
Well, I was questioning the fact that you said he's Harry. I thought you meant...
No, not like Harry. He's Harry. He's the Harry.
What's Harry?
My first interaction with him was in a SpongeBob the Musical rehearsal. He was playing Perch Perkins, and he was standing behind me. Never had an interaction with him before. He sniffed me very audibly loud, and I turned around and just looked at him. And that was our first ever. No. We hated him for a really long time. Like, genuinely, like, no, like, we were like, this kid was like trying to push himself into like the friend group at the fine art school that all of my other friends went to. And like, they were just not trying to let him in until like they grew on him. You know, Harry grew on him. But
Okay, what's your first impression of everyone in your band?
Pearson, I bullied him. But that's when I was doing all the professional shows and shit, so I was cocky and he was my understudy. And I was like, you're my understudy? All right, sing what we're supposed to be singing. And I was like, yeah, I can see why you're my understudy. And then I like walked out of the room, and then like I didn't know this until like later, but he like told me that he like went home and cried about that shit to like his mom and stuff. And then like his brother hated me for a really long time, but his brother was playing my dad in the show. But then what?
How old were you guys?
I was in like 7th grade, so like I didn't really fucking know any better. Later on, like we did the same shows, like because we met through theater,
Yeah.
but then we just reconnected and became friends. Cooper went to the same school as Pearson. Pearson just kind of makes people cool. Not me though. Made him cool or cooler.
How was he a loser?
He had really long hair and like, okay, well, to the freshman orientation for like their high school thing, he had like hair that was like that long and tucked behind his ears and a Minecraft shirt on. So that just basically like kind of explains everything about Cooper that you need to know.
Yeah, I know a lot.
And yeah, Justin also did the same shows as us and was in that show where I bullied Pearson.
Did you bully Justin?
No, because I thought Justin was cool.
When did you first fall in love with music?
I fell in love with music like pretty late, to be honest. Like I want to say like junior year of high school is when I really started getting into music, just because that's when I found like my actual taste instead of just like all the pop shit that has been shoved down my face. You know what I mean?
What's the first like album you remember listening to like all the way?
Sports by Modern Baseball.
Do you still listen to that album?
Love Sports. It's probably, I think that's might be my top album ever, or top 1 or 2 or 5.
Okay. Is there anyone in your family that plays music?
Yeah, my dad was a drummer.
Oh, he was a drummer?
Yeah, he was in a rock band in the 90s. And he like literally, the thing is like I'm at a point right now where I literally look like him when he was in the band. Like he had like frosted tips and shit and like had black hair. Ugh. I'm low-key am becoming my dad, but like I didn't even plan on it to, but like I just like my dad, I don't know, my dad is just so fucking cool though.
That's good.
But I definitely have mommy and daddy issues. Anyways, besides the point.
Why do you always do this? What's the difference between how your dad plays drums versus how you play drums?
Learned kind of playing to his music. Like those are some of the first songs that I like wanted to learn on the drums because like that's my dad's music. But I feel like it's because our influences are so different. Like we have different drumming styles, but I definitely think there's some similarities in our playing.
What's your favorite?
Probably Janitor Man by Quickserve Johnny. It's on Spotify.
Oh.
DFW band from the 90s, guys.
Oh wow.
It's that one's low-key kind of fire. That was a DFW like hit, like in the DFW area.
Yep.
It has like 1,500 plays on Spotify.
Oh well, don't play with
And
me.
they weren't around when Spotify came out, so I mean, hey,
What can you
can't
say
be that bad.
from
But
that?
okay, I'm ending
But
it.
yeah, we're gonna go.
Bye.
Are you going to? What I like to ask my viewers all the time: will you or will you not continue to pee in pools?
I will continue to pee in pools because that blue chemical shit is fake. It doesn't exist. I pee in pools every time I step in a pool. Right, instant release. I do it in the sea. I do it wherever I please.
Okay. How old are you?
I am 19.
And you pee in pools.
Uh-huh.
Okay, this is Eli, and and I'm Hasia, and goodbye. I do not pee in pools, however, I just interview people that do it.
Yeah.